Well, welcome to another year here at Southside Elementary School. I wanted to go through the green folder that was sent home and some of the information that is in there that will help us out. So as we open it up here, yours may or may not be as neatly organized as this one is, but we'll go ahead and go through it. First of all, let's take a look here. Really important, this would be our calendar for the year. This is a great thing to put on the refrigerator or someplace so that you know when the breaks are and those kind of things. If you happen to misplace it, this can always also be found on the BCSC webpage. We also have a form here, a housing information form that's used by our main office and some of the people at the administration office. So you can go ahead and get that filled out or see if it applies to you. We also have a paper here from Dr. Pleak about student rights and just a brief overview of that, and then where you can get some of that information on that website. This is the parent rights that was referenced in the past letter. This is a condensed down version with the most important information in it. So some good information there. Right here is an application form for free and reduced lunch prices and school meals. If you think that you might qualify for that, go ahead and work through the worksheet here. And then it gives you all kinds of information. And then you'll probably want to make sure, of all these forms, if you think this one is one that is going to, you're going to be applying for this and qualify, make sure that you get this one done and turned into the school as soon as possible. You also have this nurse's emergency card. I know that we are not necessarily in school right now, but the hope is always that we would come back. So there's just some information front and back, just in case we need to get a hold of somebody when you're here. And this just keeps our records up to date here. Here's another good thing to put either on the refrigerator or someplace near your work area or desk or someplace. And that is how to contact the school in case of an absence. And I will tell you that the school's number is 812-376-4423. So if there's ever an absence or anything like that. Now that would also include even though if you're in the bridge program, if you are ill, you might go ahead and call that into the school, but then also send your teacher an email so that they know that you'll be out or absent for the day. Got some great information here. I'm going to go with, we'll go with the handbook last. You may have found in your packet BCSC Chromebook sign on if you're the first time doing this. This information here with the signing in with your account information, your student should probably know how to do it, or your child should know how to do that. I plan on getting a list out to you with their various passwords and that kind of stuff in the very close future and send that out via email to you. But this is just some good information in case you forget how to get logged in. Then we have this form right here, and a lot of times parents, they'll just sign this and send it on, and we have found that if it's easier to have it right here, that's great, because it is actually hidden right in here in the handbook. All right, so some things that we need to get here, some two very important things. All right, once you have read through the handbook, All right, and some of that information that's in there, and it will be different because we have some things that pertain to COVID-19. So some things have changed in here. What we're going to need you to do is check off here that you've read the handbook, you understand those things. Even though we're not doing field trips here this first quarter, we always hope that we can get some of them in. So you want to go ahead and check those and initial those that you're okay with that. And then this gives us permission to use media or photo information. So if maybe I'm doing a Zoom meeting or we're doing something and Mr. Bachmeyer or Mrs. Jackson come in and kind of snap a picture of what we're doing and your child is in that picture, gives us permission to use that and then maybe share it out with other people in the district of how we're doing it, even to the point where perhaps the newspaper comes in and is taking pictures and that kind of thing. So if you're okay with a media release, that's fine. If not, you'll want to make sure that you say that you disagree with that, okay, and that you do not want your picture shared. And then we'll go ahead and get this signed down here. And this is a good thing to make sure that we get turned in. All right. So here we have the handbook. All right. Great reading when you're at home. Okay. Some good information in here that will be helpful. But buried right here in the very back, okay, not only do we have that form there, and a lot of times that's where parents they would not sign it because they forgot that it was even back there. But this is really, really important. And this is our one-to-one technology use agreement. And I'm going to actually be going into this a little bit more detail with the kids as we proceed through the year. But what your responsibilities are and some information here, what happens. And then we need you to sign this and return it. All right. One of the things that's really important back here is because all of you are in the Bridge program, you're going to want to check this one here. It says, I agree to have my child take home their device. That gives you permission to have it at home. And then go ahead and have your student and guardian and date, names in there, signatures that way, and get those turned in. All right? So make sure that we have this form to turn in. This one right here is the second one. And the blue card, those are absolute musts. And then if you think that you'll qualify for free or reduced lunch, we'll make sure we get that turned in. And finally, this form right here with the housing information, if that should apply to you. So a lot of things to get turned in. I would say for those that are in the Bridge program, I would not worry about getting them in too soon. This one you might go ahead and if you think you are going to qualify here, get this one turned in as soon as possible. And then the other ones, whenever you're done, just put them in an envelope and get them returned to the main office. Or the next time that we have like a bridge bag exchange or something like that, where you're dropping off the old stuff and picking up some new materials, you can drop this stuff off as well. All right. And as always, if you have any questions, go ahead and email me. And that should do it. Thank you.